Welcome back to Mexico News Network's Daily Report, broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Carisma. Keep informed about Mexico's day by day on our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Tarcisio Sañudo Suarez, the director and founder of Post and Fly, a company dedicated to the production of aerial videos, won the Audience Choice Award at the first ever New York City Drone Film Festival. The film Mexico City International Airport from Above by Sañudo Suarez was selected together with 34 other competitors in different categories, such as Best in Show, Narrative, Landscape/Travel. The film was placed in the X Factor category, where unfortunately it didn't win. Instead, it took the Audience Choice Award. The film is almost 4 minutes long, and it shows the magnificence and coordination at one of the busiest airports in the world, Mexico City International. Sañudo stated on the Post and Fly website that it was a great experience to be able to be with such talented people, and it was an honor to represent Mexico at such an important event for the world of aerial cinematography. 152 films were eligible, but only 35 passed on to the final round, where 15 judges selected the winners for each category. Among the judges was Adam Savage, Mythbuster and drone pilot, Steve Carr, a director, Janelle Rodriguez from NBC News, Andrea Allen, director of production of Vimeo, and Randy Scott Slavin, director and founder of the festival. The event was celebrated on March 7th at the Directors Guild of America Theater in New York City. It is the first of this kind in this world, providing an excellent platform for films of the sort. Founder and director Randy Scott Slavin also worked as a director, landscape photographer, and aerial cinematographer. Though Mexico is certainly getting to be better known in the film, we mustn't forget the role of photography, especially in the country history. One fine example of this is the Casasola Archive, a witness of Mexico in the 20th century. It consists of a group of photos, videos, negatives, and positives gathered and documented by Agustin Victor Casasola with the help of his brother Miguel, followed by a second and third generation who managed to treasure 70 years of Mexican history, told in the hands of photos. Agustin Victor Casasola began his career in journalism at a young age as a typesetter. By 1900, he started working as a reporter, illustrating his articles with photographs taken by himself, embarking upon a new style of journalism in Mexico, photojournalism. A few years later, Agustin and his brother Miguel established their own photography business, Casasola Fotógrafos, offering their services and/or their photographs. The Casasola brothers were able to capture important facts of Mexico's history, from political acts, everyday life, social as well as religious events, and much more. Treasuring valuable documents of what was happening during these years, they were able to collect numerous photographs and negatives of other colleagues, newspaper archives, and their own work. Agustin had the brilliant idea of gathering all these images that witnessed Mexican history in the making. Images that were kept and collected through time as a manifest of what was happening there and then. This is how the Casasola Archive came to life. These two brothers managed to portray and keep 40 years of history, an act that was carefully followed through by their family members, Gustavo, Ismael Jr., Dolores, Piedad, and Mario, who in total collected 70 years worth of Mexican history. This collection is divided into 7 chapters: the Porfiriato, the Mexican Revolution, jobs and occupations, the modernity, The Night, The Justice and the Stories, they practically were the voice of the voiceless. The most famous chapter of the archive is the one covering the Mexican Revolution period, portraying in a crude, real, and objective way the series of events revolving around the people and personalities of this historical endeavor. Revolutionaries, the leaders, the women or Adelitas, and everyone involved. In this collection, you can appreciate those historical moments in Mexico in 1910. The Casasola archive was passed on to a government institution that currently keeps it under custody in the National Museum of Photography in Pachuca, Hidalgo. A large percentage of these photos have been digitalized and can be seen online in the National Photography Library, giving us all an opportunity to also witness the graphic story of the history of Mexico. Moving on to more modern times, one of Mexico's more recent sources of photographic pride is without a doubt Emmanuel Lubezki, a sort of cinematographer who has built up an important career, leading to worldwide recognition. Finding the spark to becoming a filmmaker came at an early age looking through the viewfinder of a Super 8 camera. Born and raised in the Mexican capital, Mexico City, where he studied cinematography at the University Center for Film Studies from the National Autonomous University of Mexico. After dropping on his degree on history, he was completely captivated by the photography and motion pictures, meeting others who shared his passion, such as well-known Mexican director Alfonso Cuarón. And this is where it all began. Chivo, as his friends and colleagues called him, together with university fellows, wanted to begin their career in the Mexican film industry. But it was very small back in those days, and the unions were absolutely close to introducing new people. Realizing they would have to do their own films, they went ahead and did it. Lubezki started out creating film in Mexico, but quickly reached out to other markets, like Water for Chocolate was probably the film that catapulted him to stardom, leading to agents calling and directors asking for him. This was until he finally decided to move to Los Angeles, California, since great opportunities kept rising and he was getting a lot of work from the city. From then onwards, Emmanuel has participated as director of photography or cinematographer in well-known films. Part of his growing list includes A Little Princess, Sleepy Hollow, Children of Men, The Tree of Life, Gravity, and lately Birdman. Emmanuel Lubezki has been nominated for 5 Academy Awards, winning last year for Best Achievement in Cinematography for Gravity. This year, he is also nominated for the Oscar for the movie Birdman. He is creative, a standout cinematographer, and in the words of his friend and colleague Alfonso Cuarón, he's one of the most interesting filmmakers working around. There's only one thing left to do, and that is so to keep on the look for any of Emmanuel Lubezki's work, a true pride and joy of Mexico. Stay with us, we'll be right back with more information on Riviera Maya and Mexico here on Mexico News Networks after these brief messages.